did a thing. Yeah, hi, I'm Amy. You probably don't know me. I am recently unemployed, and I decided that this was a good time to start a little shop. To clarify, this is an in-person shop. This is an in-person small shop. I'm not planning to do e-commerce at this time. I know that goes completely against all of the trends right now, and I also know it's the weirdest time in the world to be starting a retail business. Let me go back a little bit in time because you might be a little lost. Again, hi, I'm Amy. I am based in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. My husband and I moved here from Wisconsin about a little over a year ago, for me to take a really promising job. The job did not work out. I'm now unemployed and trying to find what's next. So like I said, I have always wanted to have some little shop, like someday, like maybe a craft shop or a fabrics shop or stationery shop. I have had a lot of lives. I went to school for interior design, never actually did like a traditional interior design role, although I have used my degree over the years. I have been a brand photographer, a commercial flooring estimator. I have worked in retail. I most recently was a product photography stylist. I loved photography. I loved branding, styling, all of those things. Right now, I'm not really looking for a job in my field, just because there aren't a lot of options for that. So I'm just trying to find a job that's probably going to suck out my soul. So I was looking for something fun to do on the side, and I thought, why not invest in a whole new venture that may not make me any money and may cost me a lot of money? That makes sense, right? Yeah. But so it may be a great thing. It may actually be a viable side hustle at some point, or it may be the biggest flop of my entire life. But either way, I'm taking you guys along for the ride. So thanks for being here. Hopefully it is profitable. The whole goal here is going to be profitability because I need it to be. And haven't totally decided everything I'm selling yet, but I'm going to take you along on the journey. My very first step is going to be to find a retail location. Now, the whole concept that is making this possible is small vendor booth style consignment retail. So this concept I was not familiar with actually until very, very recently, like within the last month. If you've ever heard of Painted Tree Boutique, that is kind of like the chain version of this, where a big retail center will open, like a big retail store like the size of a department store will open, and it will be full of vendor booths that each vendor is their own business. And sometimes they're selling homemade things, sometimes they're selling stuff they've sourced wholesale. Sometimes, like a lot of these consignment boutiques tend to be vintage focused or antique focused. I am leaning more towards the handmade and wholesale type of vendor booth consignment retail business model. But the only way that this small shop is going to be possible, something that really intrigues me about this concept and makes it realistic for me to possibly start something, is that these booths have a much lower startup cost for a small business like mine. So obviously this is not a great time in my life to be investing money into something, but this vendor booth model makes it within the realm of possibility. Instead of spending thousands of dollars a month on a physical, like an actual retail location that is on my own, I can trial some things and test some things in retail in a small booth setting that's only a few $100s a month only. Now pricing is going to vary. Painted Tree is one of the options, but there's also local options depending on where you live. I have been looking in my previous state of Wisconsin, and I actually didn't see much. So it's really going to depend on where you live. Oklahoma, it seems to be a much more popular business model here. So I have found a few different options in my area, including two Painted Tree locations within easy driving distance of me. So I'm going to check all of those out. I'm going to vlog as I go. I'm going to show you behind the scenes of finding a location, setting up my booth, ordering product, designing my logo, picking a business name, all of those things. So please stay tuned if you've ever dreamed of starting a small shop, or you just want to follow the journey, or if you just want to see me totally fail at life. Please subscribe to this channel and like this video so that YouTube shows this to more people, and so that I can continue making these videos, because I'm really excited to take you behind the scenes of this process.